Hey, what's up guys, it's Bunny. I'm back again for a whole new video. I hope the Bunny Gang is ready for it. I hope the Bunny Gang has been enjoying my videos. And pretty much, I'm just going to get straight into what this video topic is about. Now, I had got inspired by looking at some YouTube videos that I watched. Now, it doesn't mean it's a YouTuber that I'm subscribed to necessarily, but I've just seen a lot of videos about this because it seems like if it happens to one YouTuber, it's like a ripple effect. Multiple YouTubers who have a certain number of subscribers, like it happens to them as well. It's almost like as if they call each other, like, oh, you know, we're about to do this. Let's all do this together. So this video is about when a YouTuber is in a relationship with somebody and then they break up with their significant other, but they supposedly claim that they're friends with their significant other, or they were friends with them either prior to them dating, and that they're friends with them after the fact. But then as soon as they split up, one of them is either going along with the hate comments that their fans have against their partner, or they do like a diss track. So they all do the same thing against the person that they've dated, that they're no longer with, and YouTube now knows that you guys are no longer together. So I just find it very interesting. Like, my thing is, I understand, when you break up with somebody, especially if it's someone that you have like a deep love for. If it's someone you love, you might not even love the person, you might just be saying it just to say it. But for this like scenario, we're gonna say you love the person. I feel like if you love the person that you're with, and let's say you did break up on good terms, so that means nobody cheated on anybody, that means there was no crazy unnecessary argument, and you both agree to be friends, then agree to be friends. Like, I don't understand like where this like fake animosity like comes into play. Like, for example, like let's say if a dude is dating a hot chick that he's used in his videos to exploit her so that way he could get views and people subscribe to him because she's so hot, and he uses her as clickbait. And every chick under the sun is saying, oh, she's a thought, she's a whore, she's this, she's that, she's a gold digger, whatever. And then as soon as they break up, he supposedly claims, like, oh yeah, we're still friends, we're still cool, we can text each other, we can hang out if we want to. And, we're not mad at each other for the fact that we broke up. And then, like, give it like a month, maybe two, before you see this dude saying, oh yeah, she's a thought. Yeah, she was a gold digger. She was just using me for my money. Like, we weren't really in a serious relationship. It was all a lie. And it's like, where is this coming from? If that was the case, like, either you did. Now, to me, I feel like if that was the case, either you dated her just for the views because you were that desperate to get subscribers and get views, and you lied to yourself about being in a relationship, so you rather suffer being in a relationship with someone you don't want to be with, or you're trying to entertain what your fans are saying on YouTube to encourage the fact that they don't like whoever you dated because either they wish that you were dating them as opposed to the person you chose to date, and you want to go along with the crowd to so that way you don't lose whatever fan base you have. To me personally, I think the whole thing is stupid. My thing is, YouTube or no YouTube, social media or no social media, my thing is, if you break up and you mutually break up and you both agree that you want to be friends, which is your business, nobody cheated on anybody or anything like that, be friends. I don't think you need to drag other people in your problems if there are problems. And I don't think you need to like bash that person if you really have no reason to bash that person. Like, that's my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, then be true to your word. Like, if you both are friends, then be true to your friend and be like, all right, like we're friends. So what? We broke up. If your subscribers find out that you and your girl broke up or whatever, or you and your boyfriend broke up, but don't like entertain the hate just for views. Like I feel like it's a little desperate. Like I understand, people want to keep their views, they want to make their money. I get it, but I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like money like the next person standing next to me, but I'm not about to say I'm friends with my ex and we're cool and, this, that, and the third. And then as soon as we break up, either I'm doing a diss track or, I'm over here going along with the hate comments that were down, you know, below the description box of my video. Like, that's stupid. Like, for what? What is that gonna do beside cause an unnecessary war online? For what? I mean, yeah, people are gonna be entertained by it. People are gonna be like, oh yeah, look, they're fighting now. But it's like, but that's so typical. Like, you expect that. Like, I feel like people have gotten so used to seeing, couples fight that it's hard to believe that. I mean, especially for a lot of people, it's hard for them to believe, like, if you break up with somebody and you genuinely could be friends with them, whether social media was involved or not. Some people genuinely just break up and they just agree to disagree and say, hey, you're a cool person. We can be friends, but this isn't going to work. So, I mean, that's my opinion. I feel like if I was with somebody, like I said, social media or not, if I was with somebody and we break up, but we break up on good terms, and we both agree we're not gonna diss each other, and as soon as we break up, you're entertaining all this negative hate towards me just to get your views up, that's gonna show me where your loyalty is at as far as supposedly what our friendship is. Now, some people think that if you say you're friends with your ex, that means you're constantly in contact, talking every day and whatever because you had whatever feelings you had for each other. That is not necessarily true at all. That is not true in the slightest. Just because you dated each other and just because you broke up on good terms does not mean that you're going to be hitting each other up on a regular basis. All it means is that if you do hit each other up and you do give each other conversation, you might actually be more inclined to give them conversation and not be mad at the fact that they're actually hitting you up. And you might be more inclined to want to hang out with them, whether it's a friend, whether you choose to sleep with them, entirely up to you. But you're going to be fine with being around them and you won't actually argue. There are couples that I know of that they broke up, and it's a good thing that they did, because as soon as they broke up, however they broke up with each other, if they were in the same room with each other, they would kill each other and we would have to call the cops. That's how bad their breakup was with each other. Some people don't have that, and some people find it hard to believe because either it hasn't happened to them or because they haven't met that person. I feel like it's based on the two people, like how they feel about each other, and obviously how you broke up and why you broke up, and if you feel comfortable being friends with your ex. Some people don't feel comfortable being friends with their ex because of that reason, because they are an ex. Me personally, if we're cool and we were friends before we started dating, I don't see really an issue with being, friends or whatever. But if you chose not to be friends with me because you see no point, I guess, in being friends with me, I guess that's a decision that you personally chose for yourself. Because some people think that, because this is another thing I want to clear up, some people think that just because you guys were friends prior and you started dating and then you broke up and we're still cool with each other and broke up on good terms, some people think that, you're going to be inclined to want to be friends after the breakup, which is not necessarily true at all. Some people agree that, hey, if we bump into each other and we want to have a conversation, we can, but they prefer not to stay in touch and be friends because for them it feels awkward or it makes them feel uncomfortable, so they choose not to. But, I mean, that's also a decision that people choose to make as well, and you can't get mad at somebody for that. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. It's your breakup. No one else has a say-so beside you and the person you dated. But I just think it's dumb how people on YouTube go about it. Like, I don't want people. It's one thing if people know you're dating that person, like, oh, that's my girl, or oh, that's my man, on your social media or on your YouTube channel or whatever you have. Like, that's one thing. But I'm not gonna, like, if we break up, however we break up, I'm not gonna let it be known. Like, unless, like, if people see that, you know, the person I was with was in my videos and then magically just disappeared out of my videos, and then they no longer saw them, and then they asked, hey, what happened to such and such, I would just leave it at, we broke up, and that's it. You don't need to know why, you don't need to know how, you don't need to know who said what. That's my business, and that's who I was dating's business. And that's just out of respect to myself and out of respect to the person I'm dating. I just feel like these people do fake relationships just to get their views, and they're not really dating these people because, one, they break up and then they get back together 2 months later, and then they break up again for good, and then, you know, they have this supposed hatred that they said they didn't have for each other, but then it magically comes out of blue. I just feel like it's all BS. Like, if you really were cool with your ex and you were friends with them, you'd be friends with them. There's no if and buts about it. There would be no conversation. There would be no, like, talk, pretty much like talking, you know, shit about them, you know, behind their back, and, you know, doing underhanded stuff behind them. You know, all that stuff wouldn't even exist. But that's my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about it. You would comment down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that most YouTubers who have a relationship, their relationship is fake and they're only doing it for YouTube views and subscribers? It's entirely up to you how you feel. You can agree with me, disagree with me. You know, let's make it entertaining. You don't have to agree with me, but I'm just giving you my opinion, and I would love to know your guys' opinion. But like I've always said, comment, like, share, and subscribe. Join the Bunny Gang, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.